Marcy Parrish. Welcome to Take 5. On today's show, we will be meeting Jorge Ameer, a senior studio arts major from Panama. From a senior arts class here at Texas Tech University, Jorge has developed an animated character which he calls the MEGALLOYD. Today, Jorge will explain the making of his character.
First of all, I came up with this idea through a class project. It all originated with through a drawing class, an experimental senior drawing class here at Texas Tech. And very beginning of the semester, January, that's when I began thinking what kind of project I could actually do to conclude my senior year. This drawing class is pretty much an experimental drawing class. It's a class for you to be able to render your ideas, put your ideas on paper, on film, on transparency, however best it fits. And my instructor did suggest me using either animation or a mixed sequence of drawings. I thought the idea of the animation was pretty good because I did have some people telling me, showing some interest before in starting an animation. So I definitely thought an animation is a very good idea, but I didn't exactly know what to do it of. The idea of the MEGALLOYD came from an architectural figure that they use for a human figure that they usually use for drawings. And I thought, well, I do not actually want to do this human wood figure, but I'd like to actually create something that would actually give me a stance within my own ideas and creativity. So I began to do some research and just sketch different drawings. I didn't want to do nothing like The Simpsons, but something nice and simple that would have its own identity and its own character. That's the first part of doing an animation. It is imperative to have an idea in mind. What is it you want to do? What do you want to get out of it? How far do you want to go with it? How many minutes? How much time you're planning to put into it? It is imperative for you to have all these ideas planned before you can actually start any kind of computerized animations. How are you going to do it? Are you going to digitize it? Are you going to actually draw it on the computer? I had two choices right there. I was facing two choices, and due to time limits, I thought that digitizing it would be better. A more broad description of digitized animation into the computer. Pretty much what I would do is draw a storyboard, a complete storyboard of every single cell of the animation, and then recapture it through a computer camera, and then install it into the computer, and then work from there, from cell to cell. This process is a lot longer, but it's a lot more effective in certain ways. You don't have to draw it in the computer. You have it already drawn. You know exactly what you have, and you can still keep the drawings as reference. This really does good for if you have like any kind of drawings skills that you think you cannot evolve in the computer. You can actually do it at hand and then have it digitized into the computer. I chose to actually draw into the computer because it's a learning process for me. This project, this experience is all new to me, and I definitely wanted to get a full grasp of all corners of the project. I definitely chose to draw on the computer, so I definitely had to do a storyboard also. We cannot rule out the storyboard process. It is very essential having a storyboard for the person to be able to know exactly what I'm doing or how to guide myself towards a certain goal. So I did start drawing a storyboard, and which I have right here. I first began with the character. I did draw the character, so to give me an idea exactly what am I going to do this cartoon all about. Second, I had to visualize this character two-dimensionally. So taking a ceramics course also helped me within this project, because I got to two-dimensionalize this project to get it actually in a human form. And here is a project that we've got in 3D through a ceramics project, which has helped me conceptualize exactly what kind of drawing I'm going to be doing and what exactly do I want to do with this drawing. Second of all, you have to also plan what is going to be the background. Okay, we've got your character, we have the main personality of your whole animation. I mean, where is he going to be at? Is he going to be in the sea? Is he going to be in the natural scene? Is he going to be in a city? Is he going to be in space? Where is he going to be at? I thought of actually putting him in his own dimension, in kind of a three-dimensional situation where it would give the viewer active participation within the same animation. Giving them that three-dimensionality, you're actually putting them into the drawing with the character. The idea of the techno animation all came from my preference of music. I like dance music a lot. It entertains me. I usually go dancing a lot, and I like techno and house, a new format of music that have just came out. There are a lot of videos that are shown at nightclubs to pretty much enhance the nightclub environment, but there isn't many really that actually portray both of them in one computer, done as an animation plus music interaction. So I did believe that putting both of them together would be something creative, innovative, that would give me a space to work with. The idea of the techno came from the thoughts that the animation would be very short. Being the animation short, I could actually turn it into video, where I could do kind of a movie type of sequence, where I could put sound and all that stuff to it, but actually being 2 minutes animation would be a lot better to give it that sense of musical liveliness, and that's exactly what I wanted to create. Doing this, it was a definite plus. I started liking the idea as I thought about it more and more, and knowing a lot of DJs in town and having a lot of friends that are DJs, you know, they were willing to cooperate and help me put this cartoon together. And the sense that I would be actually doing the cartoon, and they would DJ the cartoon, make sure that all the movements and the sequences of the cell do match the song I like to put into it, or the techno music. I think this is kind of different, especially because it involves two concepts that are totally unrelated, and putting together two unrelated concepts is what really creativity is all about, doing things new. So I definitely thought that if I put nightclub music and a cartoon that is totally unrelated to each other, I mean, everybody thinks of animation for children's purposes or kids stuff or school activities. I mean, the purpose is not only that. You can use it for several hundred purposes. For any purpose you intend to do it, you can do it. So I definitely went forward and did decide to put my animation together with this nightclub kind of music, to not only keep it within innovative point of view, but also an adult point of view. Would give, you know, a lot of adults relate to this kind of music, so it actually gives them something to relate to. Now, the way this animation is actually done, it's a process by itself. It takes lots of months of research. And right now, in my 4th month of this animation, it took me 2 months just to gather the ideas and get everything together, making sure that every single cell would be perfect, and how would I end it, and give it a story. Now, as long as it's 2 minutes animations, I mean, regardless of the time, you can still give it a plot. The plot to this would actually be sequential. Actually want